Hey there, this is John Anthony Francis Wilcox, and these are six fantastic songs from Deep Purple Mark 1. As always, you'll find the links to the songs in the comments section below. So, Mark 1, what am I talking about? Well, there's been a lot of different versions over the decades of the mighty Deep Purple. By the way, they've all had one common member, and that's the drummer Ian Pace. So, Mark 1, this is the original Deep Purple. For the first three albums, they had a hit with Hush, and the lineup was on drums Ian Pace, on bass Nick Simper, on guitar Richie Blackmore, on keyboards John Lord, and on vocals Rod Evans. After they did these three albums, the band let go of Nick Simper and Rod Evans and brought in Roger Glover on bass and Ian Gillan on vocals, and that's where they had, for example, Smoke on the Water, big hit for them, and a change in direction slightly. The original version was a lot more psychedelic, you can even say progressive, and definitely super fab and groovy. And I loved Rod Evans. His vocal style was, I would say, slightly more in the Elvis range than in the screaming metal range. So there you go. So song number 1 is Mandrake Root. Um, a strange song of specious content and some great riffs. In fact, um, there's a whole solo section with sort of a doo 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 thing, and it goes and part of it. Um, and in later years, when like after in the Mark II lineup, for example, if you have the Made in Japan album and they do that 20 something minute version of Space Truckin', most of the entire second half of that is in fact Mandrake Root, the instrumental part of it. So when you hear this, if you know that, you'll know this. If you don't have either, this is all new to you. And it's a great song number 1, Mandrake Root. Song number 2 is from their second album, The Book of Taliesin, which is significantly my favorite Deep Purple album. Very unusual, and this is the track that opens it. It's called Listen, Learn, Read On, and it has some kind of Old England feel to some of the lyrics and sort of mystical. I love the line, 3 times I have been warned. I know it is from meditation. And it probably was. Um, it's officially groovy. I was looking at charts and formulaic things that let you know about those things. It is indeed groovy. Um, and in some circles, I think west of the Pecos, it's also Wiggy. And it is song number 2, Listen, Learn, Read On. Song number 3 is Why Didn't Rosemary? Um, it's a song about Rosemary's Baby. And it asks the question, why didn't Rosemary ever take the pill? They're thinkers. Great guitar work all through it, great everything through it, from the third album. And it's got a great groove to it. It just keeps going. It never lets up. There's not, you don't go, oh, let's taking a rest here. No, it doesn't. It just moves on. It is song number 3. It is Why Didn't Rosemary? Song number 4 is Anthem, once again from the Book of Taliesin album. And it's a nice quiet song with a string quartet kind of thingy in the middle, and solos from Lord and Blackmore that are fabulous, and a lovely vocal from Rod Evans. You know, not to neglect the rhythm section, they do good work. It's definitely more of a ballady song, but it has a beautiful, beautiful feel to it, and a genuine beauty to the lyric, to the arrangement. It's just really super nice. And that is song number 4, which is Anthem. Song number 5 was a single for them that unfortunately really didn't do anything, called Emeretta. And Emeretta, did you get my letter? Uh, Great feel to it, and trying to think of what to say about Emeretta. It's very catchy. You could see why it was a single. It kind of, for Purple, it was more kind of sing along poppy. But again, you know, you're gonna have Richie Blackmore and John Lord on there, so you gotta have some solo stuff going on, and so you do, to good effect. And that's why it is song number 5, Emeretta. Um, and we finish up with song number 6, which is called Chasing Shadows, that revolves around a great um, Ian Pace percussion riff. It just immediately, it's right there. And by the way, it ends super abruptly, and it's supposed to do that, just so you know. It just sort of, someone cut the tape. In between, psychedelic lyric, some effects on the vocals, um, um. It's just it's a barn burner of a piece. I love how the drums and the bass work off each other. Really, really floors you. It's got a big, expansive sound to it. Good way to finish off this 6 fantastic songs. So it's song number 6, Chasing Shadows, and that is the conclusion of our 6 fantastic songs from Deep Purple Mark 1. I hope you give them a listen and enjoy them. It'll take you back to, unless you're too young and you weren't born yet, otherwise it will take you back to that whole 67, 68, 69 period of the world. And these lovely Brits were having a lot of fun and finding their feet. Um, when Rod Evans left, he went on to sing for the wonderful band Captain Sensible. And am I saying that right? Was it Captain Sensible? Wasn't it? I believe it was. And Nick Simper would go on to a band, a lovely heavy band um, called Warhorse. Did some heavy stuff. He still plays. Blackmore, of course, has Blackmore's Night. Ian Pace is still with Deep Purple. Um, Rod Evans, as far as I know, has fallen off the face of the earth, although he resurfaced briefly after. Did I say Captain Sensible? Sorry, it's Captain Beyond. Um, After Captain Beyond and that, some years later, he put together a fake Deep Purple, or he was involved in it, which in fact reunited Mark II of Deep Purple so that they could sue him. And sadly, brilliant voice, just a brilliant voice. So, and John Lord, sadly, is the one deceased lad out of this band at present day. He was a fabulous keyboard player, and the world misses him greatly. So, there you go. Enjoy all this stuff. Give me a shout, give me a holler. Give me a cream puff. I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.